Happiness hit her like a train on a track. Coming towards her, stuck still, no turning back. She hid around corners and she hid under beds. She killed it with kisses, and from it she fled. With every bubble she sank with a drink and washed it away down the kitchen sink. The dog days are over, the dog days are done. The horses are coming, so you better run. Run fast for your mother, run fast for your father.
I know this is horrible. I don't like this side game. Fair enough. Fair enough, I guess. These pants have pockets. Hold on. Pretty gay. It's a pretty gay wedding.
Molly.
This is the biggest gay wedding I've ever been to.
Big gay wedding.
Whoa, hey!
Like 3 times. Could be drinking right here.
Yep, right here.
We'll do one. Not much. So over. I'm done. Never done, so done. Wait, not right now. Big booty. It's kind of hot. Hey, big booty. Big booty number one.
Run fast for your mother, run fast for your father. Run for your children, for your sisters and brothers. Leave all your love, leave behind you. If you want to survive, you from this moment, I've been blessed. I never leave.
You guys don't stop crying. I'm never going to get through this. Okay. Welcome, family, friends, and loved ones. We gather here today to celebrate the wedding of this beautiful couple. You've come here to share in the formal commitment they make to one another, to offer your love and support to this union, and to allow Daniel and Pawel to start their married life together, surrounded by the people dearest and most important to them. So welcome to one and all, and thank you for coming. We now ask you for your blessing, encouragement, and lifelong support as we begin. You guys may be seated. If you guys want to hold hands, you can hold hands if you're nervous. Go ahead and hold hands. Go for it. And he has napkins. It's a perfect pairing. So marriage is perhaps the greatest and most challenging adventure of human relationships. No ceremony can create your marriage. Only you can do that. Through love and patience, through dedication and perseverance, through talking and listening, helping and supporting and believing in each other, through tenderness and laughter, through learning to forgive, learning to appreciate your differences, and by learning to make the important things matter and to let go of the rest. What this ceremony can do is to witness and affirm the choice you make to stand together as life mates and partners. Now, as I began to write this ceremony, the usual thoughts of romance, love, and tradition came to me, and I'll be honest, I went into machine writing mode. Once upon a times and happily ever after, because this is the norm, right? This is what's expected of us in life. Go to school, get a job, meet someone, get married, buy a house, have kids, and PTA and soccer, school dances and college, and then the cycle starts all over again. This routine is the same. It can be monotonous. It's easy to become dispassionate, right? But then I started thinking of the other side of things. It's easy to imagine the haves, but imagine the have-nots. The simple things that Danny and Pawel would miss out on. I imagined if they both had been doomed to be single for the rest of their lives. Don't say that. I thought about not having that one person to call, you know what I mean, whether it's something good or something bad, you have one person you immediately go to. I thought about not having your go-to date for events and family functions, weddings, all those kinds of things. I mean, sure, you can do whatever you want when you want to. You don't have to check in with anyone, but imagine not having that feeling of fulfillment from planning the perfect evening or date for the one you love. Who would tell you to hang in there when you're having a rough day? Who would pick the lint off the back of your shirt when you didn't know it was there? Imagine waking up morning after morning after morning to an empty bed. These simple little things all add up to one huge thing, a huge and very important thing that Daniel and Pawel have found in each other. And it's not love, I know what you're thinking. It goes far beyond that. What they found in each other is priceless. They found happiness, something they will now get to share and enjoy for the rest of their lives. And now I'd like to ask you all to rise again as you pledge your support. Two people in love do not live in isolation. Their love is a source of strength, which they may nourish not only each other, but also the world around them. And in turn, we, their community of friends and family, have a responsibility to this couple. By our steadfast care, respect, and love, we can support their marriage they are creating today. Now, you guys are going to have to respond, and the proper response is we will. Not you two. You two don't say anything. Okay. Will you who are present today surround Daniel and Pawel in love, offering them the joys of your friendship and supporting them in marriage? Okay, if we could bow our heads, or however you would like to say a word. Heavenly Father, Grant, I pray, that this couple may have a true and understanding love for each other. Grant them both faith and trust. Give them the grace to live with each other in peace and harmony. May they always bear with one another's wellnesses and grow from each other's strengths. Help them to forgive one another's failings and grant them patience, kindness, cheerfulness, and the spirit of placing the well-being of one another ahead of self. May the love that brought them together grow and mature with each passing year. Bring them both closer to you through their love for each other. Let their love grow to perfection. Amen. Okay, you guys may be seated. So as some of you may know, this relationship is a little bit unconventional. I mean, they met on Facebook. Like, who does that? Seriously. It all began with a misguided friend suggestion at about 6:30 in the morning. Again, like, who's even up that early DMing people? Well, Danny was. He was getting off work and Paul was going in, and I guess the timing was just right. And Paul kept saying how Danny was too much. But after a little bit of cat and mouse, they went to the most magical place on earth, Cedar Point. With friends in tow, this was an opportunity to see how things would go in the real world and with friends around. That was one layer of the onion. Each layer and level brought more acceptance, and even with Danny being too much, Pawel was the first to peel the I love you layer. Drunk at a wedding, Pawel said it was Daniel's attentiveness in that drunken moment that made him realize he was in love in the first place, and yet another layer in Danny's acceptance and nurturing in that moment. And that feeling was reciprocated on the night of their engagement. Obviously, Daniel knew he wanted to marry Pawel. I mean, he proposed. But to end up in the ER the night of your engagement and have him by his side, what affirmation of the love that they share for each other. I mean, truly. And they continue to click. Though one likes country and the other Euro dance, really weird playlists, let me tell you. They complement one another perfectly. One to make the money, the other to spend it. No, I'm just kidding. I want to finish by saying that the one thing I noticed from speaking with these two, the one little clue that I got that this will last forever, these two can joke about what frustrates them about each other. Like, oh my God, all he does is work. But also say, you know what, I really admire you for working so hard. It is now time for your declaration of intent. You're already holding hands. Well, you're gonna promise and then you're gonna say what you promise and yeah. So, will you, Daniel, take Pawel to be your partner and life mate? Will you, Pawel, take Daniel to be your partner and life mate?
I did.
We've come to the point of your ceremony where you're going to say your own vows to one another, but before you do that, I ask you to remember that love, which is rooted in faith, trust, and acceptance, will be the foundation of an abiding and deepening relationship. No other ties are more tender, no other vows more sacred than those you now assume. If you are able to keep the vows you take here today, not because of any religious or civic law, but out of a desire to love and be loved by another person fully, without limitation, then your life will have joy, and the home you establish will be a place in which you both will find the direction of your growth, your freedom, and your responsibility. Who wants to go first? I don't know why I'm shaking.
You're telling me. Daniel, if someone said I would be standing here If someone said I would be standing here 2.5 years later marrying my best friend, I would have never believed them. You are my first ever serious relationship, and I'm beyond happy that you will be my last. Out of all the people you could have married, you chose one of the most impatient, stubborn, and bossy individuals around. Till this day, I don't understand how you deal with me. You taught me how to be patient and made me realize that there was no reason to be uptight about everything. When we first met, the first thing I noticed about you was how comfortable you made me feel and how easygoing you were. Since the day we met, you have remained consistent in both your outgoing personality and your ability to be the friendliest person in the room. I'm sure everyone will agree with me here. In the time we have known each other, we have sold our first home, we have added to our family, and on the night you proposed, we made an impromptu trip to the ER. So here we are standing in front of each other, about to say our I do's, or as you said, I will. I couldn't imagine my life without you, and I can't see where life takes us.
This is the nicest thing you ever said to me. I won't. Okay. Pawel. I was waiting. I thought you were going to start crying there. Okay.
Not yet.
Okay. Okay. Looking back 2 years ago, I never in a million years would have thought that a simple Facebook message saying good morning to you would blossom into where we are right now. I have to be honest with you, though, that I thought when I first messaged you that I was completely out of your league, and that you probably wouldn't even respond to me. But you did, and that's where it all began. Looking back and knowing you so well now, I find it hilarious that when I look back on our first messages to each other, some of the first things you told me was that you couldn't drive well, you couldn't cook, and you really had nothing to offer to a man.
Hasn't changed.
At that moment, though, I knew that your humor was going to keep me interested. You're so blunt and to the point, and it's one thing that I really do admire so much about you. The following months went on, and I'm sure you will agree that I was the one who was more interested, maybe even overly interested. As you say all the time, I was too much. But I knew that there was something about you that I just loved and I couldn't get enough of. And all your close friends said, though, that behind the scenes you were actually telling them the same thing about me. Fast forward to now, and all I can think about is all the great things that we have done in our time of being together. You took me on my first plane ride last year. Sorry. We remodeled and sold our house. We moved downtown. We moved into my parents' basement. We bought another house. We got another dog, and now we're getting married. Some may say that we move too fast, but I feel like it's just how we roll. Sorry. Now as I stand before you and all of our closest friends and family, I want you and everyone here to know how much I sincerely love you and I love our life together. Even if you still can't cook that well. You fill my life with so much laughter and happiness, I'm never going to be able to return the favor, but I promise I'm going to try my best to. I promise to always be honest with you, and I'll always be faithful to you. I will always be by your side when the times get tough and you can't handle life on your own. I want you to know that you can always lean on me, except for right now, and I will always be that rock for you. If our past predicts our future, I think our future is very bright as long as we have one another. I love you.
Junior, may I have the rings? Can we have him do that again? It's just so cute. No, I'm just kidding. think a lot of people say I will instead of I do. Don't worry. Okay. Oops. So take his left hand. Don't put it on yet, but repeat after me. I give you this ring as a daily reminder of my love for you. Push. Okay, switch. There you go. Repeat after me. I give you this ring as a daily reminder of my love for you. By the power of your love and commitment and the power vested in me, I now pronounce you married. You may kiss each other.
Here, hold on. Okay, so Andrea, go on this side. Nata and Marissa, go on this side. No, Marissa, come on. You're married now. You're in the family.
You are a Malkowski now.
Hi.
Okay, that's perfect.
No, put your hand around.
That's perfect.
Don't be weird.
Oh, like this?
Yes.
I guess I should probably do that too then, huh? Ooh, my button's gonna pop.
Actually, yeah. Even closer.
We couldn't be any closer.
My pants are gonna rip and I ripped it. They're gonna rip.
Why is that your signature?
Well, it was fine before my back.
Oh man, I don't know. So I guess I'll go this way like this.
Yeah.
Take the hand, yeah.
Oh, you got big.
You got big brother. Big brother.
Yeah, you guys gotta keep holding, keep holding.
Yeah, keep holding, keep holding.
Archie's like, oh yeah, oh yeah.
A little away from the bush.
Then we can get the parking lot knotted. Good luck, huh? Perfect.
Exactly.
No, not like that. That was
Perfect.
Ready?
Super cute. Okay. 1, 2,
How to
3.
smile? You look
I don't know how to smile to the camera.
English, please. You guys look very similar. Nice. Who picked them out?
Hi, Book. I love you. Congratulations. I'm so proud.
Congratulations, you're perfect.
Congratulations. We're so ready for like you guys being extra together. Love you guys.
Yes, I want to wish them the very best. Actually, I'm gonna do that in Polish, so my son has to translate. Paweł, ja życzę Ci wszystkiego najlepszego, żeby Ci się ułożyło wszystko w życiu, żebyś był zadowolony, żeby, no co tylko sobie synu życzy. Wszystkiego najlepszego. Thank you.
100 lat, 100 lat, niech żyją, żyją nam. 100 lat, 100 lat, niech żyją, żyją nam. Jeszcze raz, niech żyją, żyją nam. Niech żyją nam. A kto? A Paweł and Daniel. Congratulations, the best. We love you.
Thank you for having me be a part of your day. Not to get too sappy about it because you know that's just not me. It's not how I roll. It was a beautiful ceremony, and I can't wait to see what the night holds after you guys let us out of this hole in the wall back here. As you can see, we're struggling. Definitely not having any fun.
Meatballs are gone.
Yeah, we're struggling, but I'm so happy for you both and wish you guys nothing but the best. You guys are both two amazing individuals. I'm so happy to be a part of your guys' lives.
Oh my god.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. I'd like to direct your attention towards the front door. We got some very special people coming to the room. Would you please get your hands together and make some noise for our bridesmaids and groomsmen, starting with Brandon. Keep those hands up as we welcome Sydney. Coming to the room next, ladies and gentlemen, Larissa. Next, we'd like to welcome Marissa. And keep those hands clapping for Richard. And coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, Nathan. And now give those hands together as we welcome our maid of honor tonight, Angelika. Keep those hands down as we welcome our best man, Mark. I guess we forgot Molly. Come on out here, Molly. And now, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, won't you please stand, get those hands together, make lots of noise as we welcome the new Mr. and Mr. Pawel and Daniel Malkowski-Reed. Who wants to see our grooms kiss one more time, huh? All right, so you guys can sit down. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend, our best man tonight with this very well-rehearsed toast. Here's Mark.
Everybody relax, this will be a while.
He thinks I'm not prepared, but I'm not.
Don't cry.
Cry.
I did eat onions, so. So, I'm Mark, I'm Daniel's brother. All right, I'm going. This is truly the most special speech I feel like I've been honored, right? I thought long and hard, To go about this, revamped it many times, making sure that I kept it special yet appropriate, as I was told multiple times to do, for Daniel and Pawel. I even practiced saying Pawel many times instead of Paul.
I appreciate it. You're almost there.
You're very welcome. Your last name, I'm going to butcher it, but that's all right. In my opinion, there are 2 times in a man's life when they are truly honored. Those times are a funeral, in which I'm glad to say that we're not at today. And of course, as we stand here today, a man's wedding day. The majority, you know, like I said, me and Daniel are brothers. Of course, I'm the better looking one. Thank you. I'm single, by the way.
Thank you all.
But for real, Daniel, myself grew up in a small town where there wasn't much to do but hang out together, play outside, sing karaoke revolution over and over. We had a great bringing up as kids. To look back now went too fast and were taken for granted. And have such an amazing person to grow up with every day. Hindsight is 20/20, they say. Our parents were extremely loving. We're always at every sporting event and activity we had, and worked very hard to give us everything we needed and wanted. We couldn't have had better parents. In case you didn't know, Daniel is Mom's favorite. Daniel was blessed growing up by having a very special group of friends who ran with him all through his childhood. Also into his adulthood, most of which are here today. Round of applause for them. It's very rare to have that, especially some coming from out of state. One of which was his first love, and then best friend, who to this day remains one of his best friends. Of course, we see how that dating relationship turned out today, Molly, with this never-ending phase that today has been 100% confirmed not a phase. It's not a phase. Not a phase. I even asked him at the end, I said, so this confirms this is not a phase.
Sorry.
I have to say I was surprised to have been honored to be Daniel's best man, as we haven't always been on the greatest terms growing up. I was harsh, I was mean, I sometimes put him down like no one should do. And then Daniel told me of his life change. I would say I took it the hardest out of everyone in the family and his friends. Unfortunately, in a nutshell, we didn't speak for almost 6 months until Grandma made us talk at Christmas. She does that often with the family. There are moments I realized later in my life that I regret, and I could not truly apologize enough for. I truly felt that I didn't deserve to give this speech today. Daniel then said, when he asked me if I wanted to do it, I'm not going to ask you twice, so do it, or Hutch will. Today, doing this speech. But time goes on, and it shows that Daniel is a better man than I for forgiving my childish young ignorance, showing his character. I couldn't be more proud brother than I am. Daniel has always been the go-getter in life, liberal I'll say. He's not afraid to make life risks and just free fall into everything, new jobs, homes, relationships. Daniel has done everything from cow farming, dishwashing, car sales, and being a deputy sheriff to running some of Cleveland's most successful hotels and apartment buildings. There were times in my life where I couldn't pay bills and had nowhere to go besides my parents' home. My brother has done everything from pay off my debts, give me a home to live, and there are things that could never be forgotten. Even though I had to pay $225 for this suit today. Daniel still surprises me to this day with some things he does. I like to think I'm fair and consistent in my life and work, but sometimes Daniel will come home and talk about his day to Mom, or I'll hear it in passing or hear people talk about him. It truly amazes me the morals and the values that my brother holds and uses daily. Daniel is truly special. He's not biased. He treats everyone with respect, even if he doesn't like you. And I could only wish to have a boss like I feel my brother is. Multiple years ago, my brother was lost relationship-wise. I have many awesome stories not to be told on this day. But he told me of the guy he was talking to. So he told me, oh, you'll love him. He's great. He wants to watch football. That is always Daniel's go-to thing. So I told him, that's great, I can't wait to meet him. At that very moment, Pawel video called Daniel at my house, and I officially met so much of Pawel. I do not trust easy, and I do not usually like my brother's partners, usually threatening to beat them, the occasional kill them, or one time I assaulted one with a 2x4. Truly, I did not care to my brother talking to Pawel at first. I felt he was too young and immature. And I'll tell you what, I learned over time that Pawel would never change what he thought due to what I wanted or what I thought of him. That's a man. Someone who never changed just to conform to gain appreciation. He is a good man, and he knows what he wants in life, and those are extremely impressive traits to me. And I can say never once has Pawel not answered one of our calls when trying to reach him, or Daniel, day or night, always treated my parents with respect and honor as a parent of a partner. He is crazy, wacky, loud, goofy, laughing, karaoke, Polish oddball. And I'm proud to know proud to be related to Pawel, and it shows me to be a little more accepting and respectful to those who aren't the way I expect. But most importantly, Pawel makes my brother feel good and works good and truly happy. That's truly the only thing that matters. On this day, I'm proud to stand next to my brother and be his best man and celebrate with him and Pawel on a true day of honor. At this time, I'd like to end this by singing a song. DJ, would you hit it for me? I'm just kidding, Gabe. I'll never do that to you. To the end of the Pawel, Malkowski-Reed.
All right, we're going to pass that microphone now to our maid of honor, Angelica.
Good job.
Mine's not going to be as formal as his, because like Pop, I'm very outgoing and sometimes unorganized. So just kind of have a little things to talk about. First off, I'm Angelica. I'm Pawel's little sister. And I'm too nervous, so I might not cry. But I might. It's starting. First off, I want to say congratulations. And I wanted to welcome Daniel to the family, so welcome. So I began writing this as a speech and it just wasn't going very well, so I decided to write a letter instead. I'll start with the funny stuff and then I'll cry later. First off, thank you for choosing me as your maid of honor instead of someone. I know I'm the best. And one of the most, didn't happen that long ago, maybe a couple years back, me and
It's okay.
You take your time. So, I don't think I'm ever gonna stop crying. Okay, so me and you were outside just playing. Just gonna read it.
Before I start crying.
So me and Pawel were very close, and I remember this randomly the other day that one day we went outside, and so it was a very hot day, and all of a sudden we started hosing each other down with the hose because we still don't have a pool, so we had to keep up somehow. So it's just a memory that I always remembered, and I just thought it was nice, and I really liked that day. We even got water balloons out, and it was just a nice time. And I remember me and you were in Poland, and so I don't know what we were doing, but we were at a grandparent's house, and you were taking seeds, you were helping out with seeds or something, and it was, you were talking about how now you know why farmers have children, so the children can do all the work. And I just thought of it now.
would say that.
That's why. Yes, kids.
I like that. I wanted to welcome Daniel once again, and I also wanted to talk about how me and Daniel met. So all of a sudden, Pawel had like a couple relationships. They weren't really relationships. I had to stop dating another one of people. So
I didn't know about that.
Now you know.
Just kidding.
and I was like, oh, Daniel's gonna be just another person. But Pawel didn't tell me about Daniel until a couple months in, and then all of a sudden I'm in their backyard helping them take out weeds out of the ground. And since then, Daniel has been one of closest family members now, and I just wanted to thank you for that. And ever since the beginning, you've been nice to me, and I just wanted to thank you for that. And thank you for always sticking up for me when Papa was a little, when he would make fun of my style a little bit or something like that. And he would always stick up for me.
You do you.
So, now it's time for the sad part. So I know we have our differences. Yesterday, or 2 days ago, we actually had an argument, but after that, I was very thankful for you anyhow. I'll tell you why. So I know we may have our differences, but I will always love you. You may have an attitude most of the time, and I must come to the conclusion that is just who you are. Thank you for always being there on my good and bad days. Thank you for letting me into your home when my home wasn't always the best. Thank you for introducing me to playing violin and helping me love it the way I do. Thank you for always showing up to my cross-country meets, my track meets, and my concerts when everyone couldn't, when Malcolm was in Connecticut. And as some of you may know, my dad's a workaholic, so sometimes he couldn't always show up. And I know I may not show it, but your annoyingness is more blessing than burden. Oh, yes. So Daniel had surgery for something. He got in the hospital, and I had an orchestra concert the next night or that night, and I just wanted to thank you because you still showed up.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So even if everything's just going downhill, he always showed up to everything that I had, and I just wanted to say thank you. And there wasn't you were always there when not everyone was. And I just wanted to say congratulations one more time, and thank you for letting me be a part of it.
All right, so guys, please remain seated. The salads are coming around your table now. Enjoy your dinner.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, you can take the top. Take a breather.
You guys know the words. Come on now, sing to me. How's it go? So good. We're gonna find out how well they know each other. So if you guys are ready in this relationship, who is more romantic? Daniel! Who made the first move? Daniel did. But who said I love you first? Oh, Pawel did. But who says I love you more often? minutes. Really? He gives it up, huh? Who's a better driver? Really? Who's more likely to get lost? Oh, like we're going to get lost together. Who's more spontaneous? Who is a bigger flirt? Oh, they both are. I got a good one for you guys. You ready? Who wears the pants in this relationship? Who is more likely to be running late? There it is. Who spends more money? Now that you guys are married, who's going to be in charge of that TV remote? Ah, for sure that one real quick, didn't it? Who's going to deal with the spider you find in the bathtub? Wow, that was quick. Who's messier? When he eats? Who hogs most of the bed? Wow. Who spends the most amount of time in front of the mirror? Both of them. That's a good one. Who's a better kisser? Oh, that was quick. Who gives better birthday presents? Who talks more? Who farts more? Oh, that's staying right up there, isn't it? Who's more likely to use all of the hot water?
No.
He's cheating. Who's going to wake up with a hangover?
Both of them.
Both of them. Oh. Who snores the loudest?
I talk.
Who's a bigger baby when they have a cold? Really? Who is always right? That's quick. Who's funnier?
Ooh, I think.
Who spends more time on Facebook? Oh, they both do. One more question, you gotta get it right, all right? Who do you love the most in the world? Hey! We're gonna come to wedding cake in just a few minutes. Stick around.
It's very moist cake.
All right, you guys ready for this? Here we go! It's gonna be good!
I thought sooner or later the lights up above would come down in circles and God made a love. I don't know what's right, I cannot see straight. I've been here too long and I don't wanna wait for it. Fly like a cannonball straight to my soul. Tear me to pieces and make me feel whole. I'm willing to fight for it, carry this weight. But with every step I keep questioning what is true. Fall on me with open arms. Fall on me from where you are.
All right, next, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to have Pawel take his sister Angelika's hand in a dance. Big round of applause for Pawel and his sister Angelika. Next, ladies and gentlemen, Daniel's going to take his mother Tammy Reed's hand in a dance.
When I was young, I was scared of growing alone. Didn't understand it, I was terrified of love. Felt like I had to choose, but it was out of my control. I needed to be saved, I was going crazy on the way. It took me years to tell my mother I expected the worst. I gathered all the courage in the world. She said, I love you now. I just want you to be happy and always be away.
Let's get our grooms back together on the dance floor. Ladies and gentlemen, the dance floor is now open, so please grab your partner. Come up here and join the grooms on the dance floor. The dance floor is now open. Bring your partner up here.
Choosing your battles, pick yourself up and dust yourself off and back in the saddle. You're on the front line, everyone's watching. You know it's serious, we're getting closer, this isn't over. The pressure's on, you feel it, but you got it all, believe it. When you fall, get up, oh, oh, and if you fall, get up, eh, eh. Samina, mina, sangalewa, 'cause this is Africa. Samina, mina, eh, eh. This time for Africa. Listen to your God, this is our motto. Your time to shine, don't wait in line, y vamos por todo. People are raising their expectations. Go on and feed them, this is your moment, no hesitation. Today's your day, I feel it. You pave the way, believe it. If you get down, get up, oh, oh. When you get down, get up, eh, eh. Samina, mina, sangalewa. This time for Africa. Samina, mina, eh, eh. Waka, waka, eh, eh. Samina, mina, sangalewa. Anawa, ah, ah. Samina, mina, eh, eh. Waka, waka, eh, eh. Samina, mina, sangalewa. This time for Africa.
I'm well on my journey, biggie, biggie mama, one A to Z. My sister's all on my journey, biggie, biggie mama, from east to west. My tea, waka, waka, my waka, waka, my Sangin' sister, my Zimbabwe, yeah. 'Cause this is Africa.
Samina, mina, Anawa, Samina, mina, Samina, mina, Anawa,
Samina, mina, eh, eh. Waka, waka, eh, eh. Samina, mina, sangalewa. Anawa, ah, ah. Samina, mina, eh, eh. Waka, waka, eh, eh. Samina, mina, sangalewa. This time for Africa. Tango, eh, eh. Tango, eh, eh. Samina, mina, sangalewa. Anawa, ah, ah. Tango, eh, eh. Tango, eh, eh. Samina, mina, sangalewa. Anawa, ah, ah. This time for Africa. This time for Africa. We're all Africa. We're all Africa.
drinks.
Yeah, top of that.
I just want to start off and say I love you guys very much, and Pawel's speech was better. Sorry, Daniel, but it just was.
I was gonna go there.
He just like really had all that deep love, and it was so good. And you mentioned in your speech, Daniel, how you like how blunt he is and honest, and so that's why I had to say that. And you're my best friend. I love you. Okay, bye.
Daniel, Paul, thank you for coming to the big gay wedding. We really appreciate your participation in all this. But congratulations, and I'll save it for the speech later.
Woo! Nice.
Can't wait.
Okay, so I can't say a lot because I will start crying. I'm a very emotional person.
No, crying's good.
Oh God, no! I already cried way too much this whole day. It's day number.
We can see some cry.
But all I have to say is,
Am I gonna shout?
both know I love you.
Molly, it's
Get
fine.
drunk and shake my ass with you in an hour.
Woo! Yes!
You can come in the shot.
Yeah, Molly, where are you going? I don't know. I'm trying to run away.
That's awesome.
Okay, Daniel, I can't believe you married Paul instead of me, but and I forgive you, and I'm glad it's Paul, and I love you both very much. That's it.
Ricky.
I'm glad.
Daniel, Paul.
You're glad? Yeah, I know you are, Mark.
Love is love. Best wishes to you both. Na zdrowie. Cheers.
Cheers!
Cheers. You almost smiled. Yeah.
Would you like this?
Daniel and
Yeah, Ricky,
Paul,
almost
congratulations on your marriage. I love you both, and I hope you nothing but the best and all the happiness in the world.
Dan, Papa. I've been with you all week, so you know you've driven me crazy, both of you. But I'm glad you guys are finally married, and I wish you nothing but the best. That's it.
No. You forgot how to look at. This is on his feed.
Yeah.
What is it? They're butt plugs.
It's because I buy stuff from them.
Where's Ricky?
Oh shit, where's Ricky and Molly?
Hey, Mom.
Is that Molly?
There
I think
they
we forgot
are.
about them.
They're always right on top
Pavel,
of the party.
Mark. These pants have pockets.
Wait, hold on. Fast. But now that I've shaved.
Oh, and you kissed the back of your head. It's pretty gay. It's a pretty gay wedding.
Molly.
This is the biggest gay wedding I've ever been to.
Big gay wedding.
Button up, buddy.
We didn't get as much.
Button up, buttercup.
Somebody on a golf cart.
He's like, yeah, and I'm like, the big gay wedding, and I was like, oh, seriously?
And you can actually just take one step back, just so everybody's like roughly on the front. Yeah, that's perfect.
Who wants to be my new best man? Because I'm about to get rid of this one. Who wants to write a real quick speech?
I called dibs.
You keep backing up. I'm trying to get behind you. That's what she said.
Get him while he's smiling.
I'll be like,
Just start screaming.
Great. So people are littering.
Slow down, bitch.
Any last things you want to scream or say to them?
Whoa! Love you guys.
Love you guys. You didn't get that, did you?
Bye.
Oh, I dropped my phone.
Bye.
I caught it though. Hands team.